toxic reactions, we are going to be introduced to writing and explaining chemical equations. Our objectives, we should understand chemical reactions, describe what happens during a reaction. We should be able to describe a chemical reaction based on an equation and write a chemical equation based on a reaction. And we should be able to identify reactants, products, and the different phases of matter. So first off, a chemical equation, it tells what's going on in a chemical reaction. And we use symbols to make it easily visible to see what's happening on paper to the particles. So the basic format of a chemical equation is the reactants form products. Okay? So you have some number of reactants. R stands for reactants. They come together. You can have 1, 2, or 3 reactants, however many there is, and they form the products or product. There can be 1 product, 2 products, 3 products. There can be many different products and many different reactants, but it's going to be in this basic format where you start with your reactants, however many there are, and you end with your products. So consider this chemical reaction. A solution of hydrochloric acid reacts with a sample of solid zinc, producing an aqueous solution of zinc chloride and gaseous hydrogen. So that whole thing, if we had to rely on sentences to describe reactions, it's really tough to see what's going on because there's so many words and so many different things. So that's why we use a chemical equation to describe it. So this chemical equation, we use the symbols and numbers to show what happens in that chemical equation. So this is another way of saying the same thing, but in chemical reaction format. 2HCl aqueous plus ZNS arrow ZnCl2 aqueous plus H2 gas. So that translates into hydrochloric acid solution reacts with solid zinc, forming or yields zinc chloride solution and hydrogen. So in the following reaction, we have here, these are the reactants. So in this reaction, we have the 2HCl and the zinc solid. These are the reactants here. And these are the substances that what you start with in the reaction. Guys, look up here. These here are the products. The reactants right here on the bottom. The products are what you have after the reaction occurs. These are the products right here. So the products are what you have after the reaction. The key idea here is that what's on the left side of the reaction, we're referring to the arrow, the left side of the arrow, those are our reactants. What's on the right side of the arrow is our products. So these are the phases of matter. These are something we've talked about, and you need to know this. This is NTK information. S stands for solid, L stands for liquid, G stands for gas, AQ stands for aqueous solution. All right, moving on. Other symbols that we see are plus with means to react with if it's a reactant, if it's on that reactant side, or it means and, or in addition to, if it's on the product side. And this little arrow here means forms or yields or becomes, something like that, to indicate that that's what it ends up as. So let's say, so just look up here. Don't write this down. So you can write a chemical reaction based on this. So let's say we have a piece of solid lead reacts with copper 2 nitrate solution, forming solid copper and aqueous lead nitrate. So we can write a reaction on this. So let's put it together. Let's break it down. So write this down. Okay. So we have a solid piece of lead reacting with copper 2 nitrate solution, forming solid copper and aqueous lead nitrate. Look up here, guys. Eyes up here. Rafi, keep your head up. Okay. So a piece of solid lead. How we say that is the symbol for lead is Pb, and to indicate it's a solid, we put the S in parentheses as a subscript. Okay? Reacts with, we have that little plus sign. That's to say that lead solid is coming together with copper 2 nitrate solution. So right here, this we translate to lead solid reacts with copper nitrate solution. Or you could say solid lead reacts with aqueous copper 2 nitrate. Forming, that's the arrow, solid copper and aqueous lead nitrate. So that's kind of how our reactions come about. Because we have the substances reacting together, forming something else. So our reactants here are lead solid and copper 2 nitrate. They come together to form copper solid and lead nitrate. Does this make sense, guys? Do you guys see how we came to that? I'll show you again one quickly. I'll go through the animation.
No, shh. That was right.
A piece of solid lead reacts with copper 2 nitrate solution, forming solid copper and aqueous lead nitrate. So what you would expect to see here is a piece of lead solid put into some copper nitrate solution. In the end, the copper would end up as solid, and we'd be left with a lead nitrate solution. So that's what we'd observe from that reaction. So you can also translate a reaction. Okay? So
in words, right?
you can translate that to words. So what is MgS? What would that mean? Magnesium solid reacts with
hydrochloride, hydrogen chloride
solution, forming
magnesium chloride, aqueous magnesium chloride,
and
hydrogen to the second power.
Hydrogen gas. All right. Good work, guys.
Okay,
So
write that one down. That was important.